Hey everybody, I'm Mr. Pogostick here, and welcome back to another video. Today I will be showing you how to edit using a program, I should say, called Shotcut. Shotcut is a free open source program to be editing YouTube videos or whatever it may be. So today I'll be showing you how to edit, I guess how I edit, the basics of using Shotcut, and yeah, just trying to help you guys out. So first you're going to want to open Shotcut. And I don't know if it'll look like this. I think it might. But yeah, I haven't really opened anything yet. So right now, first you're going to want to open playlist. Mine pops up here because I asked it to pop up here. You can move it around if you would like. That's kind of thick, so I'm going to put it right here actually. And you're going to drag both of your recordings, how many recordings if you want. If you have just one, for instance, you can just copy it to here. For this example, I'm going to be dragging both of my recordings and placing them in the playlist because I have two recordings. So now that we have the recordings in the editing software itself, we can go ahead and press the timeline button up here. Now the timeline, if you're familiar with editing, meaning is basically what you're going to be using to actually edit the YouTube video. So let's go ahead and drag the first video into the timeline. Alright, so at the beginning of the timeline, we have our first video. Right here, we can press the space bar, which is the first hotkey we're going to learn. Well, you just learned that if you press space bar, it's going to unpause or pause the video. The tool, you can either scroll up here or under here. If you scroll like this, it's gonna mess around with the video, so don't do that. Alright, let's say you are wanting to take out this entire Wii U loading screen because it's a bit long and you don't want this in your video because it's gonna be taking up space that you want to be filling in with stuff that you want in. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna want to press S on your keyboard. What that will do is it splits the video in half. And you can select the first video, the part where that's selected, and you can press X on your keyboard and it'll delete it completely. Alright, so I forgot to explain this in the video, but I'll explain it right now. If you press X on the keyboard, that hotkey will, what it will do will basically just delete what is selected, and it will snap whatever's next onto where the deleted part was, if that makes sense. If you press delete, then it will delete that part and just have an empty space and it'll just be black. So I use X because I don't want to drag every single part and it will just automatically snap it all together. So yeah, sorry about that. There you go. Now the video just jumps right into it. So the next thing you're going to want to learn is just kind of experiment with some other hotkeys. Now, Control C, that's a command. You can copy another part, and we'll go into more depth with this in the next video. We can delete that. Frick. So right here, I'm going to be cutting. I'm just showing you another example of how to cut. That was a weird, oh, well, that's weird audio. There we go. I'm just going to cut to the right there. Delete completely out of that. Now if you want to see how long this video is, you can check up here. That should tell you how long it is and how far you are into the video. There we go. So it splits straight to the game. So now we can start going with other things. So a key thing with editing, if you want to be adding like text or whatever filter, they're called filters, but they're like special effects, whatever it may be. So to do that, you're going to want to go to filters. This is key thing for editing, for me at least. So filters, what they basically do is if you select a video, you can start adding filters. Now these are my favorite filters. Just basically this is my folder for all the filters I use the most. There are audio and video filters. So basically there are different things that affect the videos. So at the end of this video, I would go through and every single one that we will be using, you will need to highlight this with a favorite asterisk. There we go. So here we've got our basic video so far. So let's say you wanted to add text. Let's just add text here. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna split, find the part where you want the text. Let's just say here. Select the part where you want the text. Go over here to filters, press the plus button, and find text. Now, right here, first you're gonna want to select what font you use. I like using Obelix Pro. I like using that because it looks funny. I like the way it looks. So now I'm gonna type in whatever. Hello. My name is Pogo. I spelled that wrong. That's embarrassing. But yeah, you get the idea. So obviously you can't see it at the moment. So what you're gonna do is you want to go to outline. You can change the color. I just leave it at black because if it's any other color, to me that's kind of obnoxious. So yeah. But hey, maybe you need it to be the outline to be another color. That's totally fine, just in case, so you can actually see it. That's totally fine. It's up to you. But yeah, changing the thickness and then the padding and background. I don't really use that. It's kind of pointless. So again, this is a beginner tutorial, so just don't pay attention to that. You can fiddle around with other stuff if you really want to. So obviously we'll only show up to that part of the video. Boom, my name is Pogo. It's gonna end soon. Yeah, there we go. So there we go, it just ends. That's basically how filters are gonna work. So let's go test around with some other filters. So let's say you want to crop a video. Obviously you're gonna wanna use the crop. So you can fiddle around with this bar meter thing. But another thing you can do with the crop setting is actually zoom in. So if you want to zoom in a part, it's not the best at zooming in. I don't really use it for zooming in that much. You can kind of do that. Boom. Kind of zooms in a little bit. But yeah, there's that. You can mess it around with cropping. So if you don't want a part that's in there, boom, there's that. Another thing I forgot to explain just barely is that to remove a filter, you're going to want to press the minus button. To add a filter, press the plus button. Rotate and scale. So if you want to rotate your video, just in case you accidentally recorded something, this is a gameplay video, so obviously it's not gonna be upside down. Or if you wanted to add a special effect just for whatever reason, you can mess around with this. That's it. Yeah, there you go. There's that. But I'm gonna reset that so it's just normal. Alright, scale. Now scale, this is what I use for zooming in. And you can pinpoint it with scaling. It's kind of funny if you use it for some parts, kind of like this. It's gonna be super zoomed in. There's that. There's my me. Yeah. Cool. There's that. So I'm gonna actually just remove that from this part of the video and then keep it for this part. It's taking a while for me to choose a game. There we go. So chose a game. I'm gonna find the part where I don't want it. It takes 7 years to find a game that I want to play. So again, I'm showing you just how to cut it. Press X, boom, cuts it. Obviously, I'm just kind of going through this pretty fast, but you can kind of make your splits or cuts way more smoother. So yeah, I'm just kind of rushing through it, so that's why they're messy. Let's say saturation. You can change the how bright saturation is and just make it dark and sad and everything. But there's that. You can mess around with that. Now, an important thing you want to use is if a video is too quiet or a video is too low, you can go to gain/volume. That's gonna be in your audio tab or your favorites, depending on where it is. You're gonna take that and you can mess around with how many dB that is. Remove that from there. Alright, so now you know how to change the audio. Okay, so a lot of people, when they're editing a video, they're adding a picture or video or whatever it may be onto the screen, just onto the side. And I'm going to be showing you how to do that. So first you're going to want to go over down to here by the timeline, on the timeline, and you're going to press add video track by right clicking right here, add video track. Boom. Now you got another video track to add more videos. So right now I'm just gonna be adding another picture. Let's find a picture. Sure, this is a picture of me. So obviously, we're gonna be adding this into the video. It's just previewing you what the size is gonna be and how it's gonna look like. The black bars are gonna be transparent. So it's just showing you a preview. And what you're gonna do is, nope, not do that. You're gonna drag this and put it onto the timeline where you want it. So I'm gonna drag that there. Boom. Boom. Now the picture shows up onto my screen. Now it's gone. So what I like to do is, if I want it smaller, we can go into the filters, size and position, and you can mess around with the settings here and make the size different and put it wherever you want. So I'm gonna put it right here. And if I want to center it more, you can press center, fit, the picture will fit. Just mess around with it. Like, just mess around on a video you're not going to publish or whatever. Figure it out. I'm just showing you the basics. You can do the same with a video. Let's just take this video for example. This is the second part of this video. So I'm going to put it on top of here. Scroll all the way over here. There we go. Now this video pops up. So I don't really want this video. Let's say I don't really want this video to be heard. So let's just mute that. Put that, and obviously just mutes it. Self-explanatory. And now we can't hear it. It's just the background video from that actually kind of worked out pretty well. So I'm gonna size and position. That's kind of how you're gonna be moving around your videos. Let's minimize this, put this here. Let's just this is just an example. I wouldn't be publishing this, but yeah, there's the picture and then this extra video. It works the same way. There you go. So I'm gonna cut that there. Now that little bit of the video is there. I'm kind of wiggly right now, so hopefully I'm not making too much of a ruckus in this recording. So you see kind of how that works. So Control C, Command C, doesn't matter. Whatever video you want, Control C. Now select the timeline you want to go on, and then put the playhead on it. Boom. So now I just copied this with the same filters and the same picture. Here you go. You can also just kind of mess around with it again if you want it. I'm gonna move this here. There's that. So the thing I was gonna explain is opacity. So opacity, if you wanted to have an image that's clearer, I guess, you can do that. I don't know how to explain it. Basically, opacity, I'll just explain it to you by showing you. You can change how clear or transparent, I should say, the video or picture is on top of it. That's helpful in some cases. There's that. And it just cuts out, so there's that. Alright, so I think that's gonna be it for this episode. It's kind of short. It's been a short episode, I should say. So when you save a video, which is the last thing I'm gonna be explaining, it pops up this window, and this software, Shotcut, has its own file called .mlt. So if you find a .mlt video, file on your computer, it's basically just saving your video. Now, I have my own dedicated folder to this, so I'm gonna go to my desktop, and then I'm gonna go to my video saves folder. Here we go. I have just a bunch of random stuff here. Alright, actually I forgot to name it, so you're gonna name it whatever you need. So, example. Boom. Press enter or press the save button. Boom, you saved it. Now if you close this, you just open it again. You find that folder which you saved it in. So I'm gonna go to my video saves folder right here, and I'm gonna drag and drop my file, which I named example. So here it is. drag and drop it right here, boom, opens everything how it was. There you go. So everything that we had is still here. So yeah, that's the beginner stuff for editing on Shotcut. Hopefully this helped out. I'm gonna be making another video, just maybe part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this helped, and bye bye.